Today we are going to be looking at the best items in the game for both Slayers and Demons. We'll be breaking them apart and we'll be looking at which ones are better. So obviously we're not going to be looking at champion gear because these are obviously the best stuff in the game, and we'll just be going over the stuff that's below them because champion gear, if you don't know, you get it through um Uehara, but it's a very special one that you can only do by yourself. So I can explain that in maybe another video. So basically, for the Slayers, the options for weapons is pretty much a Devourer Katana or Polar Katana. These are the best stuff. There's pretty much the same thing. There's not really much difference. How you get it is you go to their respective area. Polar Katana is underwater, and basically how you get it is 150k Wen plus 10 ores plus 3 of normal katanas. If you can't get one of these two, try to get sound katanas. This is actually also pretty good. As well as stuff like snow katana. These are actually do the same stuff. A lot of people don't really know that. That's as well as like volcanic. This is one less stuff. So sound katana and snow katana are good. Um, devouring katana and polar katana, they're extremely similar. Mainly you choose which one out of a set. Which one you think looks better. Devour katana leads while polar katana does some freeze damage. So whatever one you prefer, that's the one you'll choose. But they're pretty much really similar. So for masks, there are a couple of options. So you can use this mask. This is really good for grinding. So often you change it while using it for grinding because it has a 5% drop rate and 5% XP. So that's really useful for drop rates and XP for grinding levels and getting good drops. This also does really good for Slayers with the 3% weapon damage, and this is really useful and it's pretty common drop. So those are the only couple of mythic things. You also want to try to get Polar Mask. Polar Mask is better than Dev for Slayers because it has the sword damage as well. It's just better for uh Slayers than Dev. It's pretty good. Uh, and yeah, so you should try to get Polar Mask. Next is you should try to get this. There's not really much stuff. This is just useful for everything. It gives a general speed boost, stamina, and max health. If you have, this is for Slayers. For Demons, you'll use specific ones, but this is useful for Slayers. Next is shirts. Now, both Akaza Top and Emu, not many people use it because it's very, very rare to get. It Polar Top is better than the Devourer Top, so try to get the Polar Top, and it's easier to get through Uehara. Also Doma, if you're grinding, Doma Top is really useful. It has the 2.5% XP, so that's really useful. So you should also try to get that. But if you try to get Polar Top over Devourer because it is better than Devourer for some reason. With pants, bottoms. You should try to get the polar. It is better for Slayers than Devourer. You could also try to get Doma as it has the drop rate, which is useful for grinding. Don't Kaza bottom and Amnu, they're pretty rare as well, and so they're pretty unlikely. And Inasoke is pretty isn't as good since the update, but it also has some nice speed boost. But this try to get Polar Top if you are Slayers, Polar Bottom, sorry. If uniforms, try to get Tengen uniform. It is really good for Slayers, especially the breathing percentage damage. That's really useful. The other ones, they're all pretty much similar. You can just choose if you don't have any of these. They're all don't cost that much and only a couple of Wen. But try to get Tengen uniform. It is really good to get. With Hayoris, you should be trying to get Rengoku's. Hayori is really good for slaves with the extra breathing percentage if you have that, as well as Tengen Uni is really good. Try just also to get some of this thing, I do not know how to pronounce that, but this and these ones, especially Caden, this is really good because of the breathing percentage damage. And if you want to grind, try to get this. This is really useful. If you have that as well as the mask, then these ones. So try to get these Aoris. They're really good. For Lantern, you should try to get the one for Everlasting Glow. They're pretty simple. Just try to do a lot of Uehara, and then you'll probably get it. It has some really nice stamina regen and health regen, which those two are useful, and they're better than the other ones. Which, yeah, you can see that they're this one's pretty good for Slayers, so you should be trying to get this stuff for Slayers. So now let's look at for Demons. For Demons, you should be trying to get Devourer Fans. They are extremely good. Devourer Fans and Devourer Scythe are better. Basically what happens if you hit then when on their low health, it automatically executes, which is really useful. And these ones are better than Polar, so you should be trying to get Devourer. Devourer fans in general are better than Scythes. In PvP combos, fans are better, but for PvE and even sometimes PvP, fans are better because the AoE is just really good for hitting multiple enemies. This is you should be trying to get Devourer fans or Devourer Scythe. Those ones are the best options for demons. It's all pretty similar. You should be trying to get this mask and not this mask. Sorry, you should be trying to get this mask and the polar mask. Those two would be really good and useful. And Devourer mask is a bit better for demons, but you could either one. They're all pretty similar. So you could try to get Devourer mask and Yatta mask. Those ones are really good for demon. For scarves, you should be trying to get Vigilante scarf. This is a really nice speed boost, stamina, and health regen. The big problem with demons is the stamina regen. The stamina drain is crazy. So having a lot of stamina regen is really good. Or having this one, just getting the two mythic scarves. Obviously, those are really useful. Now, for this one, if you have specific things for the Blood Demon art, you should be trying to get it. Uh, each one would be better for the specific thing. So if you have like Shockwave or whatever, try to get that. But overall, this is the best one for demons as well. For tops, you should be trying to get Polar Top. That's also a lot of the stuff are quite similar. You should be trying to get Polar Top and Doma Top. Those two are really, really good items. They basically increase your a lot of your main stats, which are really useful. Doma Top, especially for grinding. Polar Top, mainly for PvP and everything, because it just upgrades so many different stuff. For uniforms, we don't have any specific for demons, so you should be using Tengen Uni, even though it this won't do anything for demons. The other stuff are still really good. Speed boost, 5% XP. This is all just really useful. For Haoris, you should be using this. This is really good for fist damage and weapon damage. So for fans and your fist, this will be really good for demons as well as Rengoku's Haori. This is also still really good for demons and Lantern of Everlasting Glow. Often the stuff are pretty similar, so this is major the stuff you need to get to for a lot of increases for Slayers and Demons. In my personal opinion, Demons are stronger than Slayers. Just try to get these items and you'll have a lot of boosts, which will really increase your chances of whatever you're doing. Thanks for watching. Please like.